Greetings. This is going to be a collective energy reading. First and foremost, Holy Spirit, casting away all dark energies sent to harm or disturb me, my loved ones, and you. So, we're just going to hop right into the message. Holy Spirit, what does the collective need to know at this time? Okay. So, with this Five of Wands, it came out on the side. So, it means that, collective, you're currently like separating yourself from somebody that was being kind of messy, and you're also finding positive ways on how to like resolve like any conflicts that may come your way, especially when it comes to somebody having secrets. Holy Spirit, clarify. Yeah. So at this time, you're breaking free from tradition because the Hierophant came out on the side. So I'm just going to take that as a reversal. So you're definitely breaking free from the status quo, and that's leading to your horizons expanding. Yeah, you have a lot of choices, decisions that you need to make, and you definitely know that it's time to move forward from these messy ass energies. Yeah, so you could go ahead and enjoy your life and enjoy the things that are coming your way. What else, the collective? Yeah. So maybe in the past, like you had some type of breakthrough and you went towards a fresh start with somebody. Two of Cups came out in reverse. So, as the situation moved forward, you realized that this person was actually a karmic, and it caused you to seek a lot of new perspectives, and that's what's leading you to this fresh start and this new beginning. So, collective, make sure that you're continuing to follow your intuition at this time, and heavy on truth seeking and not being afraid to tell the truth, not being afraid to speak your truth. All right, because you're definitely going through a breakthrough. Yeah, this individual came out as Ace of Pentacles in reverse, so it definitely was a bad investment. So yeah. Yeah, you are the wish fulfillment in this situation, and maybe this person tried to like act as if it was the other way around. Yeah, like, and you were very patient, especially when it came to walking around, like walking away from this individual. And I said walk around, so maybe you just like, yeah, like you were trying to work with them. You were trying to work with this individual, but it's like they were committed to not making things grow. Like they wanted you to have slowed down progress. Yeah. And you're currently weighing your options because you're definitely receiving a lot of good karma. And also, like, when it comes to that individual, like, they knew what they were doing was wrong. So maybe if you're, sitting back and thinking about, what was the truth, what was the lie, at the end of the day, just focus on you and the fact that you are living your truth, you are being genuine. So that's all the closure that you need, okay? Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah, you taking the solitude was definitely the best thing that you could have did. You definitely have like you're in a better headspace, like as you've been away from this individual, because you've been practicing, your shadow work. You've been journaling. What else? What else do you need to know, Holy Spirit? Yeah. And right now, this person's feeling stagnant because whatever spell work they tried to do, or whatever like negative energy that they tried to project upon you, it's not going anywhere. They're completely at a standstill. So yeah, you're definitely feeling isolated at this time, very hyper independent, but it's not like in a bad way. All right. This individual does not care to have your forgiveness. All right. They're feeling guilty about what they're doing, but they are not going to seek forgiveness from you. All right. So just work on continuing to stay balanced. All right. Nine of Pentacles came out in reverse. So, this person has no self discipline. That's why they did the things that they did. So, with this hangman energy, definitely let go of the past. Continue to focus on letting go of the past and gaining new perspectives. And also finding meaning in stillness. It is not a negative thing to stay still, to chill. Okay. Somebody's also being called to practice abstinence or celibacy, or just to cleanse your sacral chakra. Page of Cups came out in reverse, so definitely cleanse your sacral chakra because that's what's blocking like your forward momentum at this time. Yeah. And with this Ton of Wands, you're definitely on the last leg of your journey. So you're definitely at the edge of receiving this abundance that you've definitely been working towards. Anything else to collect from you know? Yeah. Strength card came out. So stand in your power, stand in your strength. All right. Also make sure that you're remaining focused. You're definitely influencing somebody to do something. They're currently struggling at this time. They're going through some type of financial struggles, or they had like a lot of losses financially, which could have led to like them being isolated. This person is going to come to you for advice. This actually came up in my last reading, but this person is very sorrowful. Okay, they might be feeling heartbroken. Yeah. And it's because like the relationship dynamic they were in, it was very unhealthy. This individual it this unhealthy relationship dynamic caused this individual to act recklessly. And it was just to be accepted. Anything else? Mm-hmm. So yeah, with this Queen of Wands energy, you're being called to stand in your power completely. All right, stand up for yourself, and also, make sure that you're being proud of your independence. Okay, in the past, you were kind of codependent, so definitely acknowledge all the growth that you've made. Okay, yeah, you have a lot of teamwork. You have a lot of collaborations coming your way. You're also like working on mastering some type of skill. Definitely keep going towards it with being resilient. And stand your ground. There's definitely something's gonna happen that's like a test of your faith, but you're definitely manifesting. So to help your manifestation practices become stronger, continue to practice kindness and compassion and trust and forgiveness, and also nurture any creative endeavors you may have. Okay, your consistency is going to lead to your success. All right, if you ever have feelings of hopelessness when it comes to a romantic connection, you're definitely being called to just focus on you and do some more self-love practices. Okay, this is your era of moving on. All right. Yeah, you have a lot of anxiety and you feel like you've lost direction, especially when it came to your romantic life, but you have a lot of new beginnings, all right? So continue to stay imaginative and inspired. All right? Yeah. Because you're happy. You're happy doing the work. You're happy, doing your healing journey. So continue to stand that energy. If you have a feeling where like you wake up one day and you don't feel like yourself and you know this is unfamiliar energy, that's evil eye. Okay, so you're being called to like really up your discernment on figuring out, who is what energy is what. All right. And that's gonna help you navigate through these energies that could be lingering around you. All right, and also have a new perspective when it comes to your hermit mode. Okay, in this isolation period that you're in, you're not being punished. It's nothing wrong that you did in order to be like this. When we are chosen, we go through periods of isolation. Sorry, I gotta sneeze. Okay, it's not coming up. So definitely focus on spiritual, like your spiritual life, and remaining enlightened. Okay, yeah, you're definitely liberated from some type of energy that tried to affect you in a negative way. Yeah, and you have a lot of clarity, and it's through the decisions that you're making. So continue to focus on finding balance, okay? Be very strong willed when it comes to it, okay? When we are moving steps forward in our spiritual journey, there are going to be individuals that give you some pushback, individuals that, give you negativity that is unwarranted. You're being called to just really just let it flow off of you, okay? You're a divine being, so stand in your divinity, all right? Don't let nobody knock you off your square because you have a lot of long-term success, all right? And this long-term success is something that has been a long time coming because you have did the hard work, and you've also been patient, especially with planning your future, and you're gonna start to see some results, okay? Judgment has been called on an individual that definitely lied about a situation. They're being very strategic. This individual could have been involved in some type of criminal activity, but they were very deceitful. You're going to receive your divine justice through this fulfillment that you're receiving. All right. Continue to follow your intuition. You guys are coming up as a high priestess. To yeah, high priestess. Do not doubt your intuition. All right. What about these secrets, Holy Spirit? Yeah. So someone definitely has secrets, okay? And they're definitely cold-hearted. Like the energy is very cold and still. And this person is also very sarcastic. So definitely whoever this individual is coming up, yeah, you're being called to walk away from this pessimistic individual. All right. So whoever came up for you with that energy that I just pulled, definitely walk away from them and focus on moving on from that connection. All right. Yeah. Hierophant, it's in reverse again. So, focus on being a free thinker. Focus on, finding new approaches to any roadblocks that may come your way. Learn how to move around. Okay. Even if you slow down, just don't stop. All right. What else was good? Yeah, because someone is definitely in spiritual debt at this time, or they could be in debt like in the 3D, but they made a lot of poor financial decisions. You are having a rapid change, especially when it comes to your finances. So focus on being like excited, okay? Yeah. You're very compassionate and you're very empathic. So don't let anybody knock you off your square. Like somebody's definitely looking at you as like a supportive individual. Like they believe that you're so kind and continue to stand in that power. Okay. Don't focus so much on these karmic energies because that's what they want. Okay. Yeah. Focus on remaining balanced and having self-control. Focus on doing things in moderation and also cooperating with others. Like you're definitely very balanced. You're being called to just continue to focus on your entrepreneurial duties. Okay. There's somebody that's definitely you keep applying to jobs and you're not getting these jobs. It's because the Most High wants you to be self-sufficient as to where you have outgrown the 9 to 5 lifestyle. All right, so stand in that power. Okay, you are very innovative. You can do it. You definitely have some $1 million ideas going on in your head. So definitely act on them. Okay, this is your justice. This encouragement from the divine is your justice. Do not doubt it. All right, you are an authority figure. You have a lot of power in the 5D, and you are now focusing on manifesting that in the 3D, and that's really good. So just make sure that you're continuing to operate in honesty and truth. All right. Yeah, this King of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, you're definitely ambitious, especially when it comes to your abundance, all right? There's somebody that's going to come around to seek redemption. Um, yeah, so somebody's going to come around to seek redemption because they have betrayed you in some type of way. They were very deceptive. This could have been someone that had you feeling so low to the point where like you were neglecting your social life. You're being called to just walk away from this individual in peace, all right? Do not have any conversations that you don't want to have, okay? Because this individual is stuck in the past and they want you to be stuck in the past. And we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We moving forward on the bigger and better. Yeah. They have a lot of regret, but that's on them. So when it comes to your future endeavors, make sure that you have a strategic approach. All right. Try to avoid negativity as best as you can and keep your plans quiet, move in silence, especially when like if you don't know who to trust or who to talk to the most high. All right. With this King of Pentacles, listen, it came out again. Focus on self-preservation. Okay. Healthy selfishness. Those are messages, Holy Spirit. Yeah, so you got 1242. So focus on your positive manifestations at this time. All right, the Most High is definitely guiding you to align your thoughts with your goal. So, trust that you have the ability to overcome these challenges that you could be facing at this time. Believe in yourself. All right, because the Most High definitely believes in you. Your ascended ancestors definitely believe in you. I believe in you. Okay. Yeah, there was someone that was very, very secretive. They were so secretive. And then they also have clone copycat energy. So this individual definitely does not know how to stand on their own 2 feet. Like they do not know how to be themselves. All right. So somebody's being called to like cleanse your energy at this time. So you could cleanse your energy by doing yoga. You could cleanse and balance your energy by being mindful of your thoughts. Heavy on being mindful of your thoughts. If you are into buying crystals, you can purchase clear quartz and amethyst, and that can also help to cleanse and balance your energy. You can practice deep breathing exercises, you can meditate, you can spend time in nature, you can burn sage or palo santo, you can journal, you can practice self-reflection and forgiveness, and then you can also do a cleansing bath with sea salt. All right, when it comes to, your confidence, ooh, standing your confidence, okay? Somebody definitely does not want you to be confident within yourself. They want you to doubt yourself. And the Most High said, absolutely the fuck not. Return to sender that bullshit. Right now, you are in a period of recovery. You are building up your spiritual self-defense. So you're doing that through doing your self-love affirmations. You're doing that through meditating. You're doing that through spending time in the sunlight. This was definitely a good reading. You're definitely on the right path. Yeah, and someone's in your energy, they're exhausted, they have a lot of fears, and it's because you have good time. Like, this person had fears of you fully stepping into your power, and now that you have done that, you have a lot of time spent in good company of like-minded individuals that is coming in for you. All right, so continue to, keep up the momentum and work towards this. All right. Yeah, and also practice self love, okay, especially against these arrogant energies. Like, somebody definitely was very arrogant, but you are strong. You are strong in spirit. So you have the strength to move on from this conflict in peace. You do have the strength to forgive these individuals that hurt you in the past. Sometimes you do have to forgive a person that does not ask for forgiveness, but that's on them. That's between them and the Most High. When it comes to you, you're going to focus on your forgiveness. Remember, you're doing it for you, not them. All right? If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to live and love and light. Bye.